This programming is sponsored by UT's Center for Professional Education, helping professionals launch a new career or advance in their current role with focused knowledge from professional certificate programs. Course lists at professionaled.utexas.edu. Discover the skills needed for life after graduation. Located in Sherman, Texas. More at austincollege.edu.
From downtown Houston, growing urban district and home to performing arts, Houston Rockets, Houston Astros, and global headquarters with over 1 million square feet of office leases signed in the year. Details downtownhouston.org.
The timeline is apparently set for how school vouchers will roll out across Texas, except that timing may only benefit parents who could already afford to send their kids to private school. I'm Craig Cohen. We learned why on the next Houston Matters.
This is morning at 9:85 for the high. Some sun, some clouds today. Chance of rain for the next couple of days. 70 right now. 6:20 here at News 88.7. The middle of our fall fundraising campaign. Josh, this is Meals on Wheels Day, correct?
That's right. That's right. Today, your gift has a really big impact if you choose meals as your thank you gift. You know, the stories that you've heard this morning are precisely why we are here, and it's why you are here. If you're listening right now, we are asking for your help to keep our trusted and local programming strong in Greater Houston. All of this is possible because you stand up for the station you rely on. Houston Public Media is now entirely supported by you, the community, 100% community funded. Make your gift right now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887. I'm Joshua Zinn.
And I'm Alexandra Hart. We are cooking up kindness because today is Meals Day. When you make your gift at Houston Public Media, you can select meals as your thank you gift. You won't only be supporting trusted news you get from our station, you're also putting meals on the table for local homebound seniors. That's double the good you can do with one gift. Give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
This station has always been committed to you. Now it's entirely up to you to keep it going. Houston Public Media is entirely community funded. Your gift today ensures that trusted news, emergency alerts, and educational content continue for all, as well as our local programming and national programming. Fill more than plates, fill hearts. Join us at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Houston Public Media helps bring you stories that inform, uplift, and reflect the lives of people across Greater Houston. When you give, you're not just supporting news and programming, you're investing in a more connected and informed community. Your gift makes that possible. Now's the time to make your gift at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate.
Today on Meals Day, don't forget to select meals as your thank you gift. You make the station possible, and your gift today will also help feed local homebound seniors in Greater Houston as well. This is all possible because of our partnership with Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels. So why don't you join in partnership with us? Give now and make your gift go 2 times as far at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Picture this. A state lawmaker walks into our studios for an interview. Just steps away, our newsroom leans in, ready to fact check, follow up, and hold power accountable. That's how your gift works. It puts real journalists just a few feet away from the story. You expect honest reporting, and we deliver it. But it's only because of your support. Give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Why wait to make your gift? It's super easy. If this is your first time thinking about giving a gift, now is the time to do it. Whether you do it online or over the phone, the impact is the same. Join as a new member and know that you are the reason we're here, providing an essential service to our community. Give whatever amount makes sense for you, whether that's $10 a month, $20 a month, $30 a month. Make that first gift right now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
When you support Houston Public Media, you show that a free and independent press is vital for our community, especially now with federal funding no longer part of our budget. A gift of $1,200 or $100 a month makes you a member of our Studio Society, demonstrating your leadership and commitment to protecting local journalism and fact-based reporting. Make your gift at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
You make the news possible, and today you can make dinner possible, too, for local homebound seniors in Greater Houston. This is thanks to our partnership with Interfaith Ministries and their Meals on Wheels program. Today, your gift to Houston Public Media does twice the good. Select meals as your thank you gift when you give online at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate, or you can call 888-909-0887.
Think about what this service means to you and what it could mean for your kids and their kids. Houston Public Media is now fully community funded. That means it's up to you to support this trusted source of news. Let's make sure it's here for generations to come. Give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate.
In a city as dynamic as Houston, you need a source you can count on. Houston Public Media is here through every storm, every election, every moment that matters. It's a service built by you and for you, and it's your support that keeps it going. Stand with the news and stories that reflect Houston's strength. Also, don't forget that your gift right now can provide meals to local seniors in need. Just make a donation, choose meals as your thank you gift. Help our community in two substantial ways with just one gift. HoustonPublicMedia.org/donate, 888-909-0887.
Most working adults in this country get health insurance through their employers, and prices for those plans are surging. For the latest installment of our series, Cost of Living, the Price We Pay, we're focusing on solutions. NPR business correspondent Maria Aspen reports on the lucky employees who pay nothing up front.
6 years ago, Ryan Close and his family moved to Chicago from Canada. The first time one of them got sick and he had to buy medication, he had a rude awakening.
It's like, whoa, this is a wake-up call, and this isn't cheap.
American health is famously not cheap. In fact, it's the most expensive in the developed world, and it's getting worse. That's largely because drug companies, hospitals, and insurance companies that set prices are all charging more. But some people don't have to pay anything to get health insurance, like the 30 people who now work at Ryan Close's startup.
It really stemmed likely from being Canadian, right, I would say, and where I just probably took for granted that, of course I don't pay for health care.
Today, neither do his employees or their families, at least not up front. Close runs a company called Bartesian. It sells an at-home cocktail machine and the pods to go in it. It's kind of like a Keurig for boozy drinks. Here's what that sounds like. It's a blockbuster few years since the pandemic, and it's lined up some big investors, like the Suntory Liquor Company that owns Jim Beam, and Tom Ricketts, whose family owns the Chicago Cubs. When Close started spending that money, he decided to put a higher than usual amount towards his employees' health care benefits.
We're saying something about how we are as a company, where we value our team members, and we think that them being able to take care of their children and their wives, their husbands, is priority.
There are definitely trade-offs. There are some other benefits Bartesian doesn't offer, like a formal parental leave policy. And this really does cost a lot of money. Last year, the average employer paid more than $19,000 per worker for a family health insurance plan. That's according to the health policy nonprofit KFF. Employers don't have a lot of control over these costs, but they do control how much of them they pass on to their workers. And in general, they're passing on a lot. But some, like Bartesian, are choosing a different path. In fact, according to the benefits consultant Mercer, about 12% of large employers offer some kind of free medical plan for individual employees.
We really design our benefits to be flexible, to be easy to use.
Her company covers all insurance premiums for U.S. employees and their families. That's about 20,000 people, which means BCG is spending a lot of money on this every year. But Pittman says that BCG is also getting a big return on this investment.
Healthy employees make for a productive workforce, and also a place where our teams want to come to work every day.
That helps BCG with recruiting new employees. It keeps turnover low, and it helps keep BCG's workers focused on their jobs instead of getting distracted by surprise medical bills or rejected insurance claims or otherwise navigating the expensive mess of the U.S. healthcare system. It's something that's even one Pittman points at home.
My husband will say, he gets a high five when he leaves the doctor's office because they look at what his copay is and they're like, well done. You married well.
As she points out, what's good for her family is also good for her employer. Maria Aspen, NPR News, New York.
629, it's News 88.7. Good morning. New wreck, Gold Freeway headed in Broadway. They're sitting in two left lanes.
Support comes from Children's Museum of Houston, presenting Faithful Friends, an exhibit fostering connection, curiosity, understanding, and friendship. Families explore other cultures through the eyes of Houston kids. More at cmhouston.org.
Support comes from Asia Society, Texas, presenting the House of Pikachu, art, anime, and pop culture, exploring anime's global reach through the work of artists from Japan, Brazil, China, and beyond. Opens October 17th. AsiaSocietyTexas.org.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I support Houston Public Media. Journalism right now, both print and radio, is endangered by lack of funding. PBS gets most of its support from listeners and corporations, but it's important to pay for what you use. The right thing to do is to support them.
You rely on Houston Public Media for thoughtful reporting and insightful stories. Your support, as that listener said, is what keeps that work going. We are fully supported by this community, by listeners like you who believe that facts matter. That's why it's so important that we meet our goals for this campaign and that you make your gift right now. Make that gift now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887. I'm Joshua Zinn.
And I'm Alexandra Hart. When you have access to trustworthy news, you can make informed decisions and navigate challenging moments with clarity. Today, when you donate to Houston Public Media, you're supporting your right to information, and you can also select meals as your thank you gift. You will make one gift to Houston Public Media and make double the impact. Please give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Yeah, you talk about informed decisions. There's never a better time to have informed decisions when you're looking at hurricanes, blackouts, breaking news. Houston Public Media has always shown up for our community. Now, with federal funding gone, we rely entirely on you. That means you are the one making everything you hear on Houston Public Media possible. So when you need those last-second decisions or you need to know what's going on, if we've got a big storm coming your way, it's important that you support that, and it's important that you support that not for yourself, but also for your community. Please make your gift right now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Our mission is to bring you the news and information that builds a stronger, more informed community. It's a promise to serve everyone on the air, online, and wherever you are. When you give, you power that mission, and your support truly matters. Please give today at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate.
Think about your neighbors who can't leave home, seniors who depend on a friendly face and a hot meal. You can make sure that they are cared for. Today is Meals Day at Houston Public Media, and when you donate, you can choose meals as your thank you gift. You're providing real meals for Houstonians. Give now and select meals as your thank you gift at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
When the skies turn dark in Greater Houston, our newsroom shows up. Our team drives into the station during hurricanes and floods to make sure our signal's up and that you are getting the alerts you need. All of this is possible because you support this station. Make your gift now and ensure that we're here for future hurricane seasons at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Yeah, I can vouch for personal experience. I have spent a few nights here at the station during a hurricane season, and while it's not the ideal way to spend my time, it is essential, and we like doing it because we want to keep our community informed. We know you're here right now because this is the station you rely on. You value the service and information we provide, especially during hurricane season, but we are only here because of you. Becoming a member at Houston Public Media starts with a single gift in any amount. Thank you, Ann and Charles, for giving online. Join the community that keeps the station strong at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or 888-909-0887.
Public media like the station thrives because community members like you choose to lead. And right now, that leadership is needed more than ever. With a gift of $1,200 or $100 a month, you'll join our Studio Society and help keep independent journalism and local programming strong and accessible to all. The station is completely community funded, and your gift makes all the difference. Join us at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
And don't forget, right now, you can make your gift to Houston Public Media and select meals as your thank you gift. You'll support the local programming you rely on, and through Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels, you are also making sure homebound seniors across Greater Houston can get a good meal. That's two kinds of nourishment in one simple gift. Give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate.
Support for NPR comes from the station and from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. RWJF is a national philanthropy working toward a future where health is no longer a privilege, but a right. Learn more at rwjf.org. From the Lodestar Foundation, inspired by the principle that helping those in need is a path to a happier, healthier, and more meaningful life. Learn more at lodestarfoundation.org. And from listeners like you who donate to this NPR station.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Layla Fadil.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. Good morning. People who need flood insurance for their homes are having trouble getting it now that we are 16 days into the government shutdown. The government-backed National Flood Insurance Program stopped writing new policies October 1st and cannot resume until Congress reauthorizes it. Homebuyers without that insurance may have to postpone or cancel their home purchases unless private companies step in with private flood insurance. NPR's Greg Allen reports.
Florida is by far the nation's biggest flood insurance market. Many people live in high-risk flood zones where it's required by mortgage lenders. Andy Caston, an insurance broker in Fort Lauderdale, says the government shutdown is causing problems. Days before closing on the sale of a home this month, one of his customers discovered he would need flood insurance. Unfortunately, Caston says, because of the shutdown, the $700 annual flood policy he expected to purchase from the government program was no longer available.
We just had to write a private flood policy, and it ended up costing him $1,200 and change. So because, we had to wait, he had to purchase the more expensive policy.
Private flood insurance has only been widely available since 2019, but now accounts for an increasing share of the residential and commercial market. John Dixon, the CEO of Aon Edge, a private insurance company, says for his and other companies, the government shutdown is an opportunity.
We've seen an incredible increase in interest and activity. Great number of quotes coming in that we haven't before.
The private flood insurance market has grown rapidly over the last several years, in part because it provides coverage higher than the $250,000 limit available through the federal program. For people with homes or businesses in high-risk flood zones, policies from the government program are typically cheaper than those from private insurers. But in areas without a high risk, private companies often have lower rates. Trevor Burgess is the CEO of Neptune, one of the largest private flood insurance companies. On October 1st, the day the government shut down, Neptune went public and began selling shares on the New York Stock Exchange. In an interview on CNBC, Burgess said, using artificial intelligence, his company can analyze the risk of individual properties.
So your house can be specifically underwritten for its risk. So we tell the truth to consumers. If we say that it's $200 a year, it's pretty low risk. If we say it's $12,000, that's pretty high risk. And if we say no, you should move.
The government-backed flood program, by contrast, rarely declines to offer coverage, although policies sometimes are very expensive. With the government shutdown, Neptune released a study that proposes moving more customers from the government program to private insurance. It would make the National Flood Insurance Program the insurer of last resort, providing coverage only to customers who can't buy a policy on the private market. Amy Bach with the consumer group United Policyholders says private companies play a valuable role in the market, but she worries about how accountable they will be to consumers, especially after a major disaster. As an example, she points to Superstorm Sandy. Months after the storm in 2012, complaints from policyholders and pressure from elected officials forced the National Flood Insurance Program to reopen many claims.
And that's what you get, with a government-backed program. You get accountability. And you don't always get that in the private sector.
After Florida, Louisiana is the state with the most homes and businesses receiving coverage from the federal flood program. Louisiana's insurance commissioner, Tim Temple, says it provides reasonably priced policies for people who work in fishing, oil and gas, and other coastal industries.
It's imperative that we have a functioning and affordable National Flood Insurance Program. And I don't think private industry can come in and be the answer to all of those folks.
Temple says the National Flood Insurance Program needs to be not just reauthorized, but overhauled so that over the long term, it keeps flood insurance affordable. Greg Allen, NPR News, Miami.
Good morning, Houston. It's your chance to power the station you love. Houston Public Media is fully supported by you. Yes, you, the listener, and your support is the reason this station exists. Give today at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887. I'm Joshua Zinn.
And I'm Alexandra Hart. When you give to Houston Public Media today, your generosity reaches even further. Select meals as your thank you gift, and Interfaith Ministries Meals on Wheels will turn your support into hot, nourishing meals for homebound seniors. Now is a great time to make double the impact with your one gift. Make your gift right now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
For decades, Houston Public Media relied on both federal and community funding. That has changed. Today, we are entirely powered by this community. That is a big deal. That's a new experience for us, and that's why today we are turning to you. Your support ensures life-saving alerts and local reporting continue into the future. Give at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
If you're listening to us right now, you know that Greater Houston is strong and resilient, and Houston Public Media reflects that spirit. Whether it's breaking news, local stories, or trusted coverage during a crisis, this station stands with you. Your gift keeps that mission alive for you, your neighbors, and the next generation, too. Let's keep building something great together. Please give today at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate.
Yeah, let's support our neighbors. Let's support our community. Feed your curiosity and feed your community this Meals Day. You can make dinner possible for local homebound seniors in Greater Houston. This is thanks to our partnership with Interfaith Ministries and their Meals on Wheels program. Today, your gift to Houston Public Media does twice the good. It's simple and powerful, and it starts with selecting your thank you gift as meals right now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
The people that make up this newsroom are from Greater Houston. They live here. They know the city. Their goal every day is to dig deep into what you need to hear about. Your support powers every interview, every fact check, every headline. Give now at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
You know, there's something special about supporting the station you rely on. Every time you listen in, every time you go to our website to read our news articles, you know that you are making all of that possible. Your first gift ensures that all of our local programming and reporting is available to our community, even when others can't give. Become a new member of Houston Public Media today. It starts with one gift at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Our station lost federal funds just a few months ago, and we rely on this community for support. So we're asking for those who can to do more to help us secure a strong future for our station. A gift of $5,000 or more supports the station and protects fact-based journalism and essential local reporting. It also welcomes you into our Affinity Council, where your leadership helps shape the future of public media in Houston. Give today at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
Yep. Thank you so much to those Affinity Council members who step up and give that $5,000. If that's a little steep for you, if that's a little, rich for your blood, that's okay. We take donations in whatever amount makes sense for you. If you want to give $10 a month, $20 a month, $30 a month, whatever makes sense for you, whatever you value as Houston Public Media, we hope that you will make that contribution, especially on Meals Day. Give meals as your thank you gift at houstonpublicmedia.org/donate or call 888-909-0887.
The business world is changing faster than any textbook can keep up, and the next generation of leaders will need to think differently about what an MBA can be.
Welcome to Power Business Focus. I am Dr. Vanessa Patrick, Associate Dean for Research at the C.T. Bauer College of Business at the University of Houston.
And I am Lizer Silva, Associate Dean of Graduate Programs at the Bauer College. The MBA was built for a world on predictability, steady careers, and clear lines between business and society. But the world has changed. In an era of transformation, leaders must bridge innovation and integrity, profit and purpose in a changing world. Reimagining the MBA is about cultivating leaders who think critically, act ethically, and inspire innovation beyond the bottom line.
This has been Bauer Business Focus from the Bauer College of Business, sponsored by Texas Mutual Insurance Company. More episodes at houstonpublicmedia.org/Bauer.
Good morning, I'm Abiona Boya at the BBC. In France, the Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu has survived 2 votes of no confidence, a week after he was reappointed by President Macron. It follows concessions he made on pension reform in order to secure enough support. The BBC's Hugh Schofield is in Paris.
At the end of the day, Lecornu can breathe, he can limp on in the next few weeks because this isn't the end of it. The Socialist Party, which was the linchpin in all of this, its decision not to vote censure was vital. It did that only saying in the same breath, we're not going to let you off the hook. Just because we're not voting now for a censure motion doesn't mean we're not going to do it later on.
To India, where the government has refused to confirm reports that it stopped buying oil from Russia following pressure from President Trump. Arunadey Mukherjee reports.
Reacting to President Trump's remarks, the statement said discussions were ongoing with the U.S. administration, which they said had shown interest in deepening energy cooperation with India. Prime Minister Modi for months has stood his ground, citing India's neutral stand in the Russia-Ukraine war.
And the last surviving member of the first expedition to scale the summit of Mount Everest, Kancha Sherpa, has died in Nepal, aged 92. Ambarasan Etirajan looks back on his life.
Kancha Sherpa was 19 when he accompanied the historic team led by Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay to the top of the world's tallest mountain in 1953. Fellow Nepali mountain guides have described him as a legend and an inspiration.
I'm Abiona Boya at the BBC in London.
Andare dritto. Support for NPR comes from this station and from Charles Schwab, offering investors choices like full-service wealth management, advice, investing, and trading on Thinkorswim. Learn more at schwab.com. From BritBox, committed to helping viewers to see it differently with British TV. With new original series like Code of Silence, about a deaf woman recruited as a lip reader in a high-stakes police investigation. Streaming at BritBox.com. And from the Doris Duke Foundation.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Layla Falded.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. On the Hopi Reservation in northeast Arizona, many people still are not connected to the power grid. Tribe had planned to equip hundreds of homes with solar panels and batteries to get them access to reliable electricity, but the Trump administration has canceled funding for that program. NPR's Nate Pettis reports.
Chairman Tim Navungyama is driving through the Hopi Reservation. Outside, the desert landscape doesn't seem to end. Giant flat-top mesas loom in the distance. Approaching the village of Hopevilla, Navungyama says people here face significant challenges.
So as you come this way, you'll see that there's no power. This is all Hopi.
Nearly 3,000 people on the reservation aren't connected to electricity. Families rely on generators to power refrigerators, medical devices, and more. Even for those who are connected to the grid, power's unstable. Navungyama worries about that.
So if you have a power surge or any kind of power outage, you're definitely going to lose that power to that equipment that somebody's life might be reliant on.
The situation on Hopi isn't unique. There's about 54,000 tribal members across the country who don't have access to electricity. That's according to the Department of Energy's Office of Indian Energy and Policy. Wahala Johns directed the office during the Biden administration. She says tribes were often left out as energy infrastructure was built across the West.
As they were building out the transmission lines, they excluded tribes, tribal lands.
In 2022, Congress tried to address this problem through the Inflation Reduction Act. It provided billions of dollars for tribes to build renewable energy infrastructure. The Hopi received a $25 million grant through a program called Solar for All. The money would go towards installing solar panels and battery storage for around 600 homes. They started work this summer, but in August, the Trump administration terminated the Solar for All program, calling it wasteful. Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Lee Zeldin announced the change in a video posted to the agency's YouTube page.
EPA no longer has the authority to administer the program or the appropriated funds to keep this boondoggle alive.
That's because of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, passed by Congress this summer. Zeldin said the law halted future funding, including money that had already been set aside for tribes. Without the funding from Solar for All, Hopi will only be able to provide electricity to around 100 homes instead of 600. Hopi Chairman Tim Navungima says that's hard news to deliver.
Especially when they offer somebody hope. You know, the rug gets pulled out from them.
The Hopi were also counting on tax credits from the IRA to fund a separate solar project that could power the entire reservation. But Congress is ending those tax credits sooner than expected. Wahala Johns says the IRA was huge for tribes because it offered access to funding and loans that were never available before. John says now much of that is going away.
Eliminating these clean energy programs within the IRA isn't just bad policy, it's a betrayal of the federal government's trust responsibility to tribes.
Navungima says Hopi aren't giving up on providing electricity to tribal members.
We have a heck of a plan. I refuse to let that sit on the shelf and collect dust.
Hopi and other tribes plan to sue the administration to reinstate Solar for All funding. And they say they'll look for investors to support future solar projects. For NPR News, I'm Nate Perez.
This is NPR News.
On News 88.7, good morning. Couple of wrecks in your way. Go Freeway headed in Broadway, not far from the airport. Just a right lane getting by with this action. I have a camera right on top of that one. New one, downtown East Tex Freeway headed south, right around the Quitman I-10 area. They're sitting in a center lane.
Tenersi a destra e poi voltare a destra.
Your support for Houston Public Media powers the programs you trust and rely on. And your employer may help your contribution go even further. Many employers sponsor matching gift programs, doubling or even tripling employee contributions. It's an easy way to maximize your impact on the programs you rely on. Search for your company and get started today at houstonpublicmedia.org/match.
Support comes from Alley Theater, presenting The Da Vinci Code. Symbologist Robert Langdon and cryptologist Sophie Noveau race to solve a puzzle that could change history. September 19th through October 19th. Tickets at alleytheater.org/code.
Support for Houston Public Media comes from Certa Pro Painters, offering residential and commercial painting services, from color consultations to full project management. Estimates and more at CertaPro.com.
Tonight on Houston Public Media TV8, a night of mystery and intrigue with Father Brown at 7, followed by the Sister Boniface Mysteries at 8 and Death in Paradise at 9. Tonight on Houston Public Media TV8.
The timeline is apparently set for how school vouchers will roll out across Texas, except that timing may only benefit parents who could already afford to send their kids to private school. I'm Craig Cohen. We learned why on the next Houston Matters.
That's this morning at 9, mid-80s for the high today. Some sun, some clouds, 72 for the low tonight, slight chance of rain, 40% chance of rain for the next couple of days, 70 right now. 6:51, it's News 88.7. Good morning.
Trying to keep a fragile trade truce alive.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Amazon Business, dedicated to helping businesses save time on office tasks and empower leaders with business buying solutions that support teams to focus on growing the business. Learn about smart business buying at amazonbusiness.com.